Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment what you've been waiting for. So last time you saw the Greenville episode, the Greenville Roleplay episode, and ARLC Roleplay episode. Well, since I'm back in Greenville, but we're going to be doing something different. So you may be wondering, I got my Tesla right there. Well, as you can see here, this is going to be a special episode here. So today, anyways, I'm System Sensor 250, and guess we are back with another brand new video. So today's special, we're going to be doing drag racing all 24 vehicles. So today we're going to be doing episode 1 through episode 5. So today we're going to be doing the episode 1 of drag racing 24 vehicles in my collection. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, before we get started, make sure you guys don't forget to smash the subscribe, like, and don't forget to smash the bell button. If there's any questions or concerns, just chime in the comments. Well, now then, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see here, we're just about to making my way down to the drag strip. That will be located at Appleton International Airport. So right now we're actually right in front of the Tires Plus, just right in front of the Just Buy area. So I'm just gonna making my way down to the drag strip right now, and then we're going to get started with the vehicles that we're gonna be starting off first. So we're gonna start off with the top. We're gonna start off with the top, and then making our way down to the bottom. So like I said, today we're gonna be doing 5 vehicles today for the episode 1. So, and then the next episode 2, 5 vehicles, and then the episode 5 will be the 4 vehicles. So episode 1 through episode 4 will be 5 vehicles, and then episode 5 will be 4. So that will be a total up to 24 vehicles. Well, anyways, let's head over to the drag strip. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I officially made it down to the drag strip right inside the Appleton International Airport. So, here is the first vehicle that we're going to be drag racing today. So, like I said, it's going to be solo, if you're wondering. So here's the first vehicle of the day. We're going to be drag racing on this. So today we're going to be drag racing the Swag Wagon. The ultimate Swag Wagon. So, as you can see here, it looks like this is a limited vehicle and it's actually already off sale. So, let's give this one a test. So, as you can see here, we're going to be doing 2 passes. So first of all, we're going to be starting off with the first pass and see if we can do a second pass, which will be a little bit faster. So that is the plan. So let's go ahead and head over to the staging lane. So as you can see here, we're doing a no prep zone. No prep today. We're just going to go solid and see how it can handle. Alright, we're getting better here. Alrighty, not that bad. 1329. Let me write that down. 1329 today. That's not a bad start. 1329. Let's see where the 1 miles an hour was. I'm just gonna cut the grass because I don't have much time. So, what was the miles an hour was? 1329 at 132 miles an hour. That's pretty good. 132 miles an hour. Alright, well, that is the first pass of the day, so let's head over back to the starting at the beginning, and then let's see if we can beat the 132 miles an hour, 1329. Alright, we're back at the beginning now. So now, let's see if we can beat 1329 on 132. Here we go. As you can see here, like I said, we're doing a solo round today. Let's see if we got any better. I should have done a launch. So, it's okay. Alright, well, it's a little bit slower, so it made it a 1431. I believe it's a 132 miles an hour again. So let's see if I'm actually right. 1431 at 133. Not that bad. 31 at 133 miles an 1431 at 131 miles an hour. Oh, sorry, 133 miles an hour. 1431 at 133. Not that bad. Just a little bit. Few seconds slower. So, well, anyways, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Swag Wagon did a pretty good job. So, anyways, let's move on to the next vehicle. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the next vehicle that we're going to be drag racing today. So, as you can see here, this is a Western Hawk go-kart. So, as you can see here, top speed for this one can go at least 76 miles an hour. So, we're going to see how, what was the time. So, it's gonna be slow, but as you can see here, we're gonna be doing great. So we'll see how the Western Hawk go-kart can actually handle. I love this feature. All right, let's see how that can handle. Off to a great start here. Like I said, I didn't do a launch, so that's so sad. Yep, like I said, we made it to the max speed, 76 miles an hour. $18.81 at 76 miles an hour. Like I said, $18.81 at 76 miles an hour. Off to a great start, 1881 at 76 miles per hour. Off to a great start here. So now we can do a one last final elimination round here. And then we'll move on to the next vehicle. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster than that. So, yep. Let's do it. I'm gonna try this method here and see if we can get any faster. I think it will be doing great so far. Dang. Yeah. 76. That was the fastest quick braking ever. 1843 at 76 miles an hour. Alright, let's see. Oh, we did beat the record. We did beat the time. 1843 at 76 miles an hour. 1843. That is awesome. 18. 43, 76 miles an hour. Off to a great start here. 1843 at 76 miles an hour. We did shave up this second off. That is awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you got to see the Western Hog Go-Kart. And now we'll move on to the next vehicle. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here is the next vehicle that we're gonna be drag racing today. Well, as you can see here, we got some vehicles that are actually doing some drag racing too. So we're actually gonna be trying to see if I can compete them. So here's the next vehicle, the Polar Custom Super Sleigh. So as you can see here, this is actually the event vehicle, and also it's actually off sale. So we're going to see how fast it can go. So like I said, we're going to do 2 rounds of this thing. And see if we make any more power. Oh, he's talking about the Tesla. Looks like we're competing the Volvo here today. Looks like we're competing in Tesla today. Oh. Yeah, Volvo is way up ahead now. Okay, not that bad. 12:49. Looks like it's just a little bit slightly launched here. I shouldn't have launched that. But yeah, Volvo actually beat me. So let's see where it ran. 12. Oh man, 987. Okay, 1294 at 157. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. 1294 at 157 miles an hour. That is a pretty good start here. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Let's go ahead and head over back to the beginning, and then we can do a round 2. Alright. That was a fair one since last time. Anyway, so let's go ahead and we start over. Sorry. I actually deleted the first clip because you saw the blooper, what's going on. So, anyways, let's time for the round 2 and see if we can get any faster. There we go. That's the good launch for it right there. Come on. Oh, let's. Woo, 50. 11.99. Almost 12. Almost 12 second car. 11.99 at 157. That is good. 11.99 at 157 miles an hour. That is awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Now, let's move on to the next vehicle. We got 2 more vehicles left for the episode 1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the next vehicle that I'm going to be racing today. So, this is the 2026 Western Seagull. So, here is the trim level that we got, the XR Plus. So, as you can see here, if you look at the backside, it looks like it's so much sporty. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and test that out. We're going to do a drag race and see if we can go faster. So, yep, let's do it. 380 horsepower. Let's see how fast it can go with the 380 horsepower. Nice start. We got a good launch right there. Alrighty. 1295. Off to a great lead here. 1295 of 144. $12.95 at 144. Not a great deal. Not a bad start here, but we did a good lead here. So now let's head over back to the beginning, and then we can do a second round and see if we can get the best time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the beginning of the drag race. And now, let's see if we can beat the 1295 with the 380 horsepower. Here we go. Got our engine revved up a little bit. Here we go. We got a great start here. Ooh, a little bit slower. 13, 15. Dang. Just 1 second slower. 141. 13, 15. Dang. $141 miles an hour. Dang. Alrighty, well, not a bad lead, just 1 second here, but we actually got the best time. 12.95 at 144. And this one for the second time, 13.15 at 141. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the last vehicle, and then we'll be done for the episode 1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the final vehicle that we're going to be drag racing today. So there's a cheap drag clock that's already in the race already. So, yep, let's go ahead and get it. Alright, here we go. This is the 2026 Western Pota Bunny Easter truck. So like I said, this is a limited. And this is actually already off sale already. So, yep, let's see how that can actually handle. Like I said, same horsepower, 380. Let's get a solid burnout. Nice burnout. Nice launch here. Let's see what we time up with today. Alrighty. 1178. That's pretty good. Solid run. Solid. 148. Awesome. 1178 to 148. 1178. 148. That's a pretty good solid run today. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and do the final round. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the final round. Let's see if I can beat 1178. Awesome. Revved up. Nice launch. Come on. We need to go faster. Dead straight. 1178. Can we beat it? Oh! Oh, that was close. 1183. Dang. Same miles an hour. I'm not surprised. Same miles an hour. 1183 at 148. Same miles an hour. Holy smokes, dude. 1183 at 148. Same miles an hour. That is insane. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is coming to an end of the Drag Racing 24 Vehicles, Episode 1. There's going to be more episodes, which is upcoming, so stay tuned. So you got to see all 5 vehicles I already rent today. So in the next episode, you'll see 5 more vehicles that will be renting in the next episode. So let's go ahead and come to an end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Now, guys, before this video ends, make sure you guys don't forget to smash the subscribe, like, and don't forget to smash the bell button. I literally almost had a brain fart. So, like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, just tell me in the comments. When on the list, make sure you guys don't forget to check out my latest video through my homepage, as well too. Also, check out my 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th YouTube channel. Smash the subscribe and share notes, I'll be super appreciated. Looks like they just went up to 1089 and 168. Very good run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Alright guys, we have a special offer that you didn't actually know before the Roblox video ends. We will give the special offer the system sensor to the B-Squad merch. Like I said, check that out. Check out the system sensor to 50 squad merch. You officially will get the best shirt and the best deal. 15 Robux per shirt. Check it out, link is in the description.